Welcome to another wondrous video on education. Sadly, in this video, we shall be keeping it educational. No more jokes, especially on the Mongolians, which is mostly due to the fact that during this time they stopped being significant, especially to those living in Japan. Fortunately for us, the samurai remained relatively important during this time of peace and prosperity. So let us take a look and see what it was like to be a samurai during the Edo period. With all serious. No jokes. Let us look first at what it is to be a samurai. Samurai were warriors of Japan, earning the reputation and glory in battle and service to their lord. Most of the time, samurai were born into established warrior lineages and then trained at a very young age to become a samurai. It was possible to not be born into being a samurai, but you had to prove yourself worthy and receive special recognition in order to become higher than a lowly foot soldier. Samurai lived their lives according to a strict code of ethics known as Bushido, which emphasized loyalty, honor, self-discipline, and humility. These codes came into conflict with the very peaceful era where people sought lives of excess and there were few battles to fight and earn glory in. So, what would a samurai do? What could they do? With no battles to fight and no glory to be earned in combat, what did the samurai choose to do with their abundance of free time? Art. A lot of samurai looked to art to ease their boredom. What kind of art? Artistical art. They enjoyed making paintings, writing poems, and would regularly partake in theater. They also very much enjoyed taking part in tea ceremonies. As beings of training and routine, I believe they very much enjoyed the ritual of the tea ceremonies. However, wearing armor at a tea ceremony would be rather awkward and look exceedingly strange. So what would the samurai wear to these tea ceremonies? Or indeed, even in town, since walking around in armor all day would rather be uncomfortable. Usually they wore silk kimonos with varying designs. The quality of the kimono was very much dependent on the samurai's income and status. They would also wear, on occasion, a kamishimo, which is a two-piece costume consisting of a sleeveless jacket and wide flowing trousers, almost like MC Hammer pants, or just like MC Hammer pants. They would also always carry a weapon. In fact, during this time, they were some of the only people in Edo that could even carry a weapon at all, which they must have been very proud of because they usually carried not one, but two weapons. Maybe to show off, maybe because it was cool. Who really knows? They do. They know. Let us take some time away from talking about samurai and instead look at some samurai. Closely. Not too closely though, just close enough. Here we can see them relaxing at a nice restaurant, enjoying some drinks. We can tell they are samurai due to the weapons that they are carrying. Carrying swords was prohibited unless you were a samurai, remember? There is some writing on the painting as well. However, I'm not quite sure what it translates to, and I'm lazy, so I will not be looking it up. If you're curious, you have my full permission to look it up yourself. That's probably the only way you'll find out what it says, although it probably isn't important in the grand scheme of things. Back to the samurai, who are obviously having a joyous time, each one with a smile as they enjoy their food and drink. However, the chefs seem rather displeased for some reason. They are scowling as they prepare the fish. Why would they be upset? Who wouldn't enjoy having samurai eating at your fine restaurant? Seems odd they'd be upset at having customers. I believe they are mad because they can't sit with the cool samurai and instead have to work. That's my explanation for it. The waitresses seem to enjoy having the samurai around as they lackadaisically enjoy their meal. This really shows what it is to be a samurai in the Edo period. No fighting, just relaxing and enjoying life as much as they can. As time went on, it seemed the nostalgia of having an elite warrior class in a time of peace and prosperity began to fade. As the merchant classes began to gain more wealth, they also got more status, eventually putting them on par with the samurai class. With no battles to fight, the importance of martial skills declined, and many samurai became bureaucrats, teachers, and some even full-time artists. This led to tensions within the samurai between those who accepted these changes and those who did not. Eventually, the wearing of swords was banned even by the samurai, and eventually the samurai class was outlawed and all of their privileges lost. By the late 19th century, the now gone samurai class was seen as a relic of a bygone era. The introduction of guns and other new technologies made the samurai's focus on swords and other older styles of warfare obsolete, and soon the notion that Japan should have an imperial military began to take shape. However, while the samurai may have faded to time, their concepts of honor and shame did not, and carried on into the future. So that is the story of the samurai. They were not just a class of warriors, but also skilled artisans that were able to hone their crafts during peacetime. More than just a title or a rank, being a samurai was a way of life, one taken very seriously during its peak. During times of war, they would express themselves in battle, earning glory and honor amidst the bloodshed. During times of peace, they turned to art to express themselves, creating paintings and poems, partaking in theater and tea ceremonies. However, as times changed, they got left behind as the peaceful era caused people to feel the warrior class was outdated, a relic of the past. Even though the samurai class is no more, their ideas and emphasis on honor and having an educated military can be seen as the world progressed into the future.